Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades as per usual. And we'll dive right into the analysis here. So right now the markets are recovering very nicely from that drop that we got the other day on that CPI news. And we continue to push higher. And we are nearing all-time highs once again, and possibly about to make another. And right now, obviously, if we push any higher and we invalidate divergence, this will extend the wave 3. And again, I thought that we would possibly get to 510 or maybe even higher before getting into some major resistance danger zone level that I have illustrated here. At which point we will possibly find our significant top in the market and get we'll begin a possible reversal, right? But when we look at the small caps, they have completely recovered the entire drop here, which means that this was indeed our wave 2 retrace, and we are now in a wave 3. So we are moving up very nicely here. And if you're looking for a possible target, then the 1.618 to the 2.618 for a wave 3 is our possible targets for you. Obviously 210, we might get into some extended levels there, obviously breaching the previous highs. But again, things can get crazy in the small cap sector, and they are getting crazy indeed. If you take a look, if we take a look at SMCI, it is actually on a parabolic run, and it looks like there's no end in sight, and it just keeps going higher and higher, right? So it's like the sky's the limit for this one, or there's actually the sky is not the limit, space is the limit, and we're going to the moon, or even maybe even further. But yeah, things are extended obviously, but the things continue to flow higher. The markets are very bullish on the economy, the Fed, and the government keeps reporting great numbers. So this is the situation that the market is currently in, right? We're in this dilemma where the economy is actually doing bad, but they're reporting that everything's great, but the markets will obviously believe what everything the government is saying. All right, let's move on here, and we will take a look at the QQQs right here. And again, this is still a possible scenario where the triple Qs could get an ABC correction. So this is the more bearish scenario that I have playing out here, at which point we would possibly get another high coming after that, which means, the wave 3 would be in. But if we look at the SPY, if it wants to keep extending higher, then the QQQ will most likely keep following, right? Looking at the SPY here on Market Cipher, looking at the weekly time frame, showing further extension is possible. And the daily time frame also, you got a bit of a retrace, but you have strong green money flow. It's showing a possible top in a wave 5, but it's not, it's not confirmed yet. 4 hour is confirmed it, but could very easily invalidate it with another all-time high. And looking at a wave edge, daily time frame, obviously getting a lot of selling here, and getting some more selling today on the futures right now on this new daily candle that we have going on. Take a look at Oenda. Yeah, you got some more selling going on here too. But we'll have to see how the markets react tomorrow to the PPI, because if the PPI comes in better than expected, then you're surely going to get another rally. But with the CPI being a miss, it's possible that the PPI could be a miss as well. Let's take a look at some individual names today. So we'll start off with ROKU today because they had earnings. And right now, it's quite unfortunate. It's not showing the after hours price action, but obviously you could read the news here. We could click on the highlights, and it says ROKU stock sinks after earnings, but analysts see conservatism in outlook. So I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. All right, let's get back into it. But yeah, we were recently tracking the bullish scenario for ROKU to keep going towards the upside here. But the thing with the bullish scenario is that it had to keep going up. And with that drop in the market and that 8% hit that ROKU took the other day before earnings was very unfortunate, because it invalidated the bullish setup, and now we had to look for a more bearish setup, which was this ABC pattern, which looks like is following now in a wave 3 of a C leg. So, this is what Elliott Wave can do for you. It can show you possible patterns in the future how the market will move in waves. So to me, this looked like a wave 2 retrace today that we got before earnings. And then you follow through with a big gap down. But it's not always going to be like that. You know, ROKU is probably going to gap down tomorrow, down 15 to 18%. Obviously, if there's some selling in the market along with that, then it's possible that you could go even further, you know. But this is the buy area that I have outlined here for ROKU. It's between 73 to 57. So obviously, it's a very big range. You have about 20% of downside if you start buying from the top here. But you could start opening positions because, you know, if you go down 5%, you could add another 1% or, you know, 5%, whatever your position allocation size is, whatever you're comfortable with. This is what you can do, and then you can get ready for the larger move. Because if you're a long-term, you know, trader, or you have a little bit of a bigger outlook, then you should have no problem doing this, and then you can have some further upside targets to go from there. Okay. All right, that's about it. We'll move on. We'll take a look at another one today. So another one that we've been tracking that's been playing out beautifully today is Tesla. And Tesla is moving up fantastically right now in a wave 3. So you already have your 1 here, and then your 2, and then you're moving up in a three wave move in a C leg. So it's just playing out beautifully. Or sorry, it's the 5th wave, the final 5th wave. And the sell area that I have for Tesla is right around here at 201. So 201, 85 cents to 210 and 34 cents would be your sell area. That's where I'm looking for a wave 4 top and a retrace before we see another leg down in the market, at which point Tesla would roll over as well. Possibly entering this buy area once again, and you can see how accurately we were tagged it. Like we entered the buy zone and we reversed off of it, and then we had our third wave, a retrace in a wave 4, which I calculated here between 183 to 178 would be our buy zone, and we got a beautiful reversal off of that. Obviously, they don't always work like this, but when they do, you know, that's why you set your stops in place. But when they do, they work. It's quite nice. It's beautiful. And now we should get a sell area up here for Tesla. If we blast through it, it's possible that the wave 4 is in, or sorry, the wave 5 is in, and we missed our wave 4. This was the 4, and this was the 5, and now we are starting a whole new cycle higher, which would mean a wave 1. And then we're going to get a retrace in wave 2, 3, 4, and 5. So again, that's why we're going to follow it closely, and we'll take it day by day. Let's take a look here at SBUX. So SBUX getting a bit of a down day today. Quite unfortunate. It is entering once again the buy zone that I have illustrated for the larger time frame, but we cannot discount the fact that it's possible that the wave 2 is in, you know. It's possible that the wave 2 is in, and we just missed it. And this was what you know, an ABC, which is possible. And you're going to be looking for some more downside in SBUX, which is really unfortunate. If you start to break lower and you take out this pivot at 91.41, then yeah, I would start to get a little bit concerned that yeah, the wave 3 is starting, which means we have significant downside coming. But right now, it's still possible that we could push up higher. Now this count would be invalidated here, and we'd have to count it as a different move. So if you're still looking for an ABC, then in this case you need this to be your wave 1 and wave 1, and now you're retracing in a wave 2, which should end at any moment, because if you take out these pivots, although you invalidate the whole C leg here, and you're no longer in a C leg, and the wave 3 has started, and then you should come out of it in a 3, 4, and 5. So that's what should happen for SBUX. And you do have bullish divergence right now, so don't get me wrong, it's not all doom and gloom. You got a little bit of bullish divergence on SBUX in the short term. All right, let's take a look at some other individual names. We'll take a look at NVDA. NVDA had a bit of a pause day today. So NVIDIA did not make any new all-time highs today. It chopped sideways and actually was down 1.68%. So they probably saw some capital outflow in NVIDIA and flowed into SMCI, can't seem to be stopped right now. It's unstoppable force. At this rate, SMCI will be worth their market cap's going to be worth more than the European Union by the end of March. Yeah, I mean, so if NVIDIA is done here, then you should come back in a wave 4, right? In a wave 4 retrace, which could bring us to, let's just take a look. Like, we'll do a calculation. Let's say the top is in. I would be looking for like the 618 to the 50% retrace. So somewhere between that area, I think would be a nice area. And then you have the 668 being tagged here on the upsloping trend line. So that should be a nice area if we do end up tagging it, and then finish up in one final leg 5, possibly, and then from there it's all down. It's all downside price action. It should go down significantly lower, and then we'll take it from there. And then we'll take a look here at Unity Software, and we'll take a look at Mara in just a few seconds. So Unity Software coming out of this very nicely here. So it looks like you have a smaller pattern developing, a bit of a wave 1, 2 retrace, 3, 4, and 5 of a first wave, and then you'll get an ABC correction, and then you should continue on. So that's it's looking good for Unity Software, very promising. And then we'll take a look at another one. Mara. So Mara we did recently, and I was tracking a possible B wave top if we unless we took out this pivot, which would be the bullish scenario where we're going to go in a 5th wave higher to $40, possibly 56. But right now, Mara looks like it's completed its 5 wave move down, and then an ABC correction in the C leg, and now it looks to be finished. So if this is accurate, then what we should see is that this is finishing here, and we should start to retrace in a 5 wave move down, which would bring us to a bigger cycle bottom. And when that happens, that's probably when Bitcoin's bottoming too. And Bitcoin should probably get a bit of a retrace as well. It's very extended, long in the tooth. Looking at the indicators that I have here, it's in very big overbought conditions. But again, I think it's going to remain overbought for a very long period of time. But yeah, if that's the case, then Mara should pull back a little bit lower. And you got big bearish divergence right now. All right. That's it for Mara. I think I covered enough individual names today. If you guys want to see more individual names, just leave your ticker symbol in the comments, and I'll take a look at them. Let's take a look here at nat gas and oil. So natural gas in the toilet as per usual, business as usual. Selling off nonstop. Still has bullish divergence, although we are pushing it right now. It's at $1.65 at the moment. We did get a $1 million trade today in the dark pools for UNG, which is the ticker symbol for natural gas. So I'll just open that up here for you guys. And you can see UNG shares, 1 million shares bought at the low of the day at 14.81. And right now UNG is trading at, let's just take a look very quickly what UNG is at. UNG is trading at 14.81. So there you go. So it looks like their big money's picking up some UNG at the lows after being beat up for so long. Let's take a look at oil. So oil, just chopping sideways again. We need to either break higher or it's going to break lower. Like I can't tell you where oil is going at the moment. But if I'm correct, then it should keep pushing up. If not, I'll show you guys the bearish case. But for now, it's a bullish case scenario that I have. Gold getting a bit of an update today with the dollar pulling back nicely. So it looks like we hit the 668. Dollar's pulling back. Commodities are getting a nice little bid, silver included. And if we continue up, then you're going to start your whole cycle higher in commodities. Dollar's going to go down, and that should be it. But for now, if the dollar holds true and wants to push higher, then that's going to be bearish for equities. But man, oh man, does the equity market love it when the dollar goes down and hate it when the dollar goes up. But they care way more when the dollar goes down, as we could probably tell. Recovers all the losses from a couple of up down days in the dollar. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't really have much to add. IWM pushing higher. If we continue to push higher in the IWM, then once you enter this area, this is the danger zone, and you have obviously massive upside targets of 230 and 250, and then that will could possibly form a cycle high. But again, this could end at any moment. It could really end at any moment, to be honest. You don't put the whole farm on it that it's going to go up to here. Don't buy calls expecting 230 in a 1 month. Although it can happen. You see crazy things in this market. I mean, look what's happening to some of these crazy tech stocks, AI stocks. So they are just continuously pumping, and it's a big party right now. But again, all parties, they will come to an end, and when it does, then you're gonna get a very big retrace in this market. Then we take out the October low. So that's what we'll be looking for. And thank you for supporting the channel. Lots of people seem to be very enjoying the content. Lots of likes, lots of views. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.